Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your host Noel, and we are playing. We are a bunch of nerdy people who likes playing D&D. Our DM, he's no Matt Mercer, but he does tell a good story.
Nice save.
Yeah, I'm tired.
All
I
right.
just woke up.
All right. All right. Yeah, so I'll take over most of the story from here on out. And we have only 3 players tonight, but we will be gaining another one next week, and hopefully have our artificer back next week as well. Our campaigns are now on Wednesday evenings, so that we can all get our Saturdays back. And was it Saturdays or Sundays? I think it was Saturdays.
Saturdays. Or Saturdays.
All right, we all get our Saturdays back. And when we last left off, our players have saved the father at the St. Joseph's Church from the fiend that was hunting him down. In the commotion of questioning the fiend in the confession chamber done by our cleric, Celia, Emma, yes,
Emma.
yes, done by the cleric. She managed to. Well, I don't know if you managed to do anything. I think you just set him off, and you had to fight the underling of this demon that was trying to get the priest to confess. After the fight took its way downstairs into the archives underneath the church, you you managed to save the priest. Not only that, but you prevented him from confessing, which I think the protection from good and evil did something to that effect. After the priest regained his faith, he managed to banish said demon, and you defeated his underling and the sentient cloak he was wearing. I gave you all downtime, if I remember correctly, as you were searching through the archives and learning about what magic weapons you have, or magic items or weapons you have, because it seems a lot of you forgot. And so I had to create a Discord channel, a text channel with all the magic items written in it, so nobody forgets what they have on them and what other people have as well. And I'll continue putting all the magic items on this text channel. And then there's the continuation. So, Emma.
Yes.
We'll pick up after we a bit after we left off. You've all stopped for a short rest and then gone through the archives as well as gathered your equipment. It was evening. It was late in the afternoon. Yes, after the first church session, when the last Sunday evening confession took place. So I would say it's about late afternoon on a Sunday now, where we're all taking place. We're all continuing again.
Okay.
Let me just fix my mic for a second. And after having searched through the archives, you find that the oldest building archives happen to be the church itself, of its construction and design. And then there's, of course, 2 other buildings in the entire town of Augusta, Georgia. Oh, it's just Augusta, let's call it that. The 2 other buildings happen to be City Hall the center of the town. It's been heavily remodeled after plenty of re-election campaigns over the decades. And the other one was the sewage works, where the town first started. These were the first brick and mortar buildings built in town. The sewage works, of course, is downriver, close to the river next to Augusta. Yes.
Very interesting.
This river, of course, being the borderline that separates Georgia from South Carolina.
I think we should head there first, since it was like where the whole town started. What do you guys think?
This is the sewage.
Yeah.
Sewage buildings, yes.
Oh, well, since there is a problem with the sewage, I say yeah.
Mm.
Or more.
Investigate the sewers.
How fantastic. Maybe we should get suits.
Or boots of some kind, maybe. Frida is going to sit this one out. She's had an emotional roller coaster ride of a day, and probably go back and check on Louw.
Okay.
All right. Everybody's taken a short rest, and mostly a break essentially for the rest of the day, considering that the ordeal you all went through, and then after having discovered your next locations, there's the possibility of going to either of the two buildings.
Alright. I want to go to a gun store and a general store first.
All right.
Is there like a hardware store?
Yeah, hardware store will also work.
The priest says yes, there is a hardware store. It's a don't have the name right now. It's a workman's store. It's the brand essentially.
Wait,
Workman's tools.
Question DM, like this is like Georgia, a highly religious town in the 1970s, right?
Yes.
Wouldn't all the stores be closed?
On a Sunday, commercial
Yeah.
chain stores are open. So something like a gun store would be closed. But the larger commercial brands like grocery stores, they would be open on a Sunday.
Mm.
And of course, then there's the workshop store.
Oh, so he's open.
But they don't stay open for long. They're like got an hour until they close. So you can either go to one or the other. They do close earlier on a Sunday, says the priest.
Yeah, I can get my
Right.
stuff tomorrow as well.
We should probably rest, but I just want to get like the things out of the way.
All right.
Alright, so
The
how
priest
far is the hardware store from here?
The priest says since the church is finished with his work, he wouldn't mind dropping you off in his Corolla.
Oh, that's very kind.
Alright,
It's
cool.
it's the least he could do, considering how much you've helped him.
Oh, that's sweet.
All right, he's gonna go pull the car around in front and pick you up.
While we're standing in front, I'm looking for keeping an eye out for any Men in Black.
Can you make a perception check?
13.
You
I think. Hold on, let me just get my paper. Perception. Yeah, for 13.
No, you don't quite. You don't spot any men in black today.
All right.
You do see a few of the vehicles parked in the church's parking lot after the church closed. There's about 3 vehicles left in the parking lot. 2 seems to be empty. One of them has a man sitting in the car. You can tell it's a man because he's wearing a hat inside his car.
What kind of car is it?
It's a lime green car brand names.
Okay, so it's not black. All right.
No. No, it's not a black car. Right. How would it be? Yes, it is a lime green Toyota. There we go. No, the person sitting inside his car just seems to be smoking. Apart from that, the other 2 vehicles seem to just be 2 brown vehicles with no passengers inside of them.
All right.
All right. The priest brings around his Corolla and offers to take all of you, to the workman's shop.
The workman's shop.
Yes.
How does the shop look like?
So fairly chain store kind of shop. You'll find almost one in every town. It's got everything you'll need, from hammers and nails to planks and boards, plumbing supplies, and a few power tools that they sell here and there.
They have gardening tools.
They do have gardening tools.
All right.
They have like waterproof, like they maybe have like also a fishing section.
No fishing here.
I do have fishing wire if you need some.
No. I'm thinking about, like, those overalls that fishermen wear that's waterproof.
Okay, so just waterproof overalls.
Yeah, like usually like fishermen would wear them when they
Or
go like.
sewage workers.
Who has fishing as a hobby and the service worker is the occupation, so usually you would actually buy the uniform for sewage workers at your occupation.
I think your occupation would give it to you, but okay.
Yeah.
But let's ask them if they have it.
Okay. Inside the store, the preacher bids you a good night, and he drops you off next to the store. He says he's probably going to head home, so long. Take one last chance to search for his cat.
No.
And then he drives off. The store itself, you can see that it says the closing time on the store on Sundays is definitely 5 p.m. During the weekdays, they close on at 6 p.m. for late purchases, but essentially they close earlier on Sundays. So you got about an hour in the store.
I go buy a shovel.
All right. You add a shovel to the shopping cart.
Yeah.
I go to the cashier counter.
You see at the cashier counter is a young man behind the cash register. He's currently talking to an older man who seems to have balding on his head. This older man is discussing with the younger man. You pick up on the conversation that the young man is trying to leave for work just an hour earlier because he's got to go search for his dog at home.
A lot of missing pets these days.
He doesn't acknowledge that question, but after the manager tells him to stay until his work shift is finished, he does respond to your question. He says, yeah, my whole neighborhood's gone. All the pets, some behind the fences, others, the gates were just left open. All the dogs and cats just ran off somewhere. No sign of them anywhere.
That's very odd.
Odd indeed. I can't begin to wonder what's happening to my poor dog, Chucky.
Oh. Chucky. Any did the name come from Chuck E. Cheese?
I don't think Chuck E. Cheese existed in its time period.
No, my dad's name was Charles, and we called him Chucky, and so we named my dog after him, Chucky.
Wait a minute.
Does that shovel everything?
Oh, we're not together. Like,
Okay.
he's still browsing, Brack. Brack's
Brick.
still browsing.
Brick.
I say Brack.
Bric-a-brac.
Brick-a-brack. I was wondering if you have any waterproof overalls.
We sell the boots, yeah. The gump boots. Considering there's like a lot of people that walk down by the river. So they're by aisle 2 over there by the rubber items. You can probably get a pair of gloves if you're going down by the river.
Oh, thank you.
Much obliged.
And I go to aisle 2.
There on aisle 2 you find a set. You find a couple of rubber boots that come in different sizes, medium and large. You also find large stacks of gloves, rubber gloves. The kind these are used for gardening work, essentially. But the boots themselves are long, like you can fit. They go up until you're like just under the knee. They're used.
Oh yeah.
They're used for heavy water work and mud.
Is Louw with us?
Louw.
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 Yeah, I'm with you guys. I just don't think I particularly need anything.
Are we going to walk through the sewers? So we should probably all get like boots.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll buy some for Michelle and the other guy who isn't currently present.
All right. So 4 pairs of boots.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it
So-
5?
5.
5 pairs of boots.
Unless Brick wants to buy his own.
Yeah, I can buy my own.
Okay, then there's just 4 pairs. I think all of them should be medium.
All right. A large pair for Brick then.
Yes.
Because everyone is like small built, if I remember correctly.
All right then. Anything else?
And I'm gonna buy a few, like one pair of gloves for me.
All right, a pair of rubber gloves. As you collect those boots, you can see walking into the store is another set of customers. They're a couple, a man and a woman. They're looking around for a set of items. The man collecting from the one side and the woman collecting from the other side.
Can I see what they're collecting?
It seems like a handful of, 2 pitchforks for one. The kind for loosening up dirt. And then 1 shovel as well. And then they both take up, one takes 2 pairs of gloves. And that seems to be all.
What do they look like?
You're fairly standard suburban couple, even with matching clothes, both wearing a bright yellow set of clothes that have these checkered sets of patterns on them. You don't quite see the pattern shared in both men and women's clothing.
Probably homemade.
Most likely. The man has got his neat cut hair and a set of spectacles, and as is common with the fashion nowadays, he's also got a tie on as well under his overall jersey. The woman with her bright pink dress has got what looks like a pair of high heels on, as she has her fairly standard combed back hair in a... What's that hair accessory that keeps the hair back?
Alice
It's not-
band?
Alice band, yes, an Alice band. That's what they look like. The woman has sort of hazelnut-like hair, and the two of them don't look too concerned with how much they're shopping. They're just getting their items and then quickly purchasing them, and then briskly walking outside before they get back into their car and drive off with a hush, or with a sense of haste behind them.
What was their mood? Did they look worried or?
In a sense, you can't really tell, but the two of them did look paler than usual for the people you've been seeing around bright and sunny Augusta.
Yeah, it's a little concerning.
I'm
Do I
gonna ask the cashier if they're regulars.
Who's regulars to a workman's store? It's not every day you need to buy a new hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, gardeners, handymen.
Well,
Dads
those are
like to
regulars,
fix
so
things around the house.
I suppose they're not really regulars. I've seen the man probably come in like once or twice to buy a few things. Never the wife.
Mm. Yeah, do I see which way they left?
They headed down the main street, and their car headed towards the suburban area.
Do I see what car it was?
To the east, you could tell it was a brown Chevy Cooper, I think. No?
Chevy Cooper.
Yeah. A Chevy Nola, I think.
Okay.
Yes. It's a truck that has a two-seater.
All right.
Well, the cashier says, I think you'll be my last customers for the day. Is that everything?
Yes, for now. Yeah, yes.
All right. So you, sir, the shovel and the large boots will be $6.
All right.
And for the 4 pairs of boots and the set of gloves, that'll be $8.
All right.
Pay the man. Puts everything into the cash register and waves you all goodbye.
Have a
Come
nice
again.
day.
Hopefully you'll become regulars.
Ah, funny. All right. As we're walking down the road, I tell them I have a bad feeling about that couple.
I have a bad feeling about the pets.
That
Think
did
that-
seem a bit iffy.
Yeah, think the two might be related.
Maybe. Who knows? You don't. Let's continue. So it's about late evening now, and you make it back to where you parked the van. The van was parked back at. Michelle took the van back to the motel.
Yeah.
Frida took the van back to the motel.
Hmm.
You see it parked out there in front of the parking lot.
I'm assuming she paid for the night stay then.
You're not sure, but you can assume yes.
Okay. I go to the front desk and ask.
Okay. At the front desk, the lady says, "Yeah, the girlie paid for the night stay. You're up for one night again."
All right, cool.
She says, "Your one friend has been sleeping for quite a while now."
Yeah, he's been through an experience.
All right. If he gets any worse, you should probably take him to a doctor.
I will keep that in mind.
All right then. That evening, at the motel, you bought one room, right?
I think it's 2.
2 rooms. Okay. Yeah.
No,
2
it was
rooms.
one room with 2 separate rooms in it with a adjoining bathroom.
Okay.
A Jack and Jill bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay. That evening, you can sort of hear the silence in the town. If you were to stand outside or walk to any diner, there's a very quiet sense about the town. Like nobody's out at the diners anymore, especially considering it was quite a large group of people the night beforehand.
I know, it's Sunday.
Could be Sunday.
Dinner, Sunday family roast.
There's also the people that travel to and from the town that eat at the diners.
Yeah.
So there's a much smaller quantity of people eating out tonight. Ordering your regular meal at the same diner you were yesterday. Or was it this morning? I think it was this morning. You see that the town itself has sort of died down a bit in a tourism kind of sense, as maybe all the people have moved on or so. There's only the occasional person coming into the diner, sitting down to have a coffee, and then going off to the motel to book a room. Those latecomers.
Mm.
At about 9 p.m. When you're mostly done at the diner, you set off back to the motel. The streets themselves seem almost empty and devoid of cars tonight.
Alright, if you guys want, we can do about an hour or 2 hours search around the residential area, see if we can't find that truck.
But like park your car there and then go search the residential area.
No, just drive around and see if we can't find a truck.
All right.
What do you guys think?
The truck.
That's a couple.
This truck is. Oh, the cup? Oh, you mean the
Yes.
black van?
No,
Oh, the couple's truck.
yes, the brown truck.
The Chevy, the brown Chevy.
I mean,
You could. You got the time.
we just need to get back at like at least 11 p.m. We don't
Yeah.
want to. Wait, aren't you like level 2 exhausted?
No, not anymore.
Then, okay.
Just drive around, see if we can't find it.
So, you go for a midnight drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anyone asks, we just say we're looking for a pet. That's probably what most people are doing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's midnight. I would say it's like a 10 p.m. drive. Setting off around the eastern side of Augusta, closer to the residential area and the river. You drive up and down the streets, slowly one by one, checking to see if any cars are outdoors. Any residential area, all the houses have garages attached to them, so most of the cars are parked inside. You come around and you eventually turn around a corner on the two streets are 6th Avenue and 6th Avenue and 12th Street.
Alright, 6th and 12th.
And there you see parked in the driveway, but not pulled into the garage, is in front of the home is the brown Chevy you spotted earlier. It's a house on the corner.
Alright.
Are there
The
any
lights-
lights on?
No, the lights inside the house seem to be off.
But the car is there.
Yes.
I'm not breaking in.
Are the lights on in the house?
No, I said the lights are off in the
Okay.
house.
All right. Hmm. All right. Can I see anything past the house?
Into the backyard.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check. At disadvantage because it's dark.
That was a natural 20. 12.
Stopping the car to sort of get a closer look at the house. You don't see any movement from the back of the house. I would say you don't see any movement as it's a fairly quiet evening. The trees are rustling with the wind, and the sky is pretty dark tonight.
All right.
What you can see is mostly illuminated by a street light further down the road. Other than that, the car itself was mostly what you could spot.
All right. What time is it?
It's about 10 p.m.
10 p.m. All right. Yeah, I say we go back to the apartment. I mean the motel.
All right. Apart from the driver, the two sitting in the back seat, can you roll perception checks?
I have a 17 passive perception.
Okay, but can you roll for one? Passive will come in later.
Yeah. Alright, let me type it out.
I rolled a 6. I can't see anything.
I rolled a 12.
Emma, you do spot when the car starts driving away when you are about...
Don't they also go at disadvantage?
That's not to see around the back of the house.
Ah,
It's to
okay.
see in the street. As the car or the van drives away, you're about one block away now. You see off in the distance, something is moving around the brown Chevy, and its lights turn on as the car drives
Guys?
into the road.
Guys, the brown Chevy's moving.
I turn the car next left.
All right, making a swift turn with your vehicle.
No, just
U-turn.
casually next left.
All right. Oh, you turn left at the...
Next intersection, yeah.
Okay. And driving down that road, you lose sight of the brown Chevy.
I turn around and drive in the direction of the Chevy again.
Okay. You see that the car has just around the corner on the right. It's sort of heading towards the main road
All right.
back into the city.
I follow.
So following it at a
At
distance.
the distance, yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Following it at a distance, the brown Chevy takes a left turn onto the main street and drives through town until it drives past City Hall.
All right.
About 2 streets down, it takes a right in the middle of the night, so the roads aren't quite aren't quite full at all. The main road possibly had 1 or 2 drivers, considering its main city density and population. But then you turn off and go to the other side of town when it heads in the opposite direction.
Remember to turn your lights off. the headlights. Your headlights.
Yeah. Before we turn into the same turn, I turn the headlights off.
All right. Turning the headlights off, you continue following the Chevy. A bit harder to spot now that that there's only the street lights illuminating it.
Oh, the backlights of a vehicle is usually illuminated if they have
When
their
the
own
lights are on.
All right. Okay.
So we see like the tail lights of the vehicle we're following.
I'm not saying you lose the car. It's fairly okay to spot. You continue down on the opposite side of town, and the Chevy stops more in the industrial area. It parks in front of a closed store called Dan's. You see parked in front of this manufacturing store for what looks like candy almost. Doesn't have a name out front. It seems to be in the industrial area, basically. A small sign is you can't read the small sign because it's not illuminated, but it hangs in front of the door as this car, as the Chevy sort of drives in a K motion and then pulls back, so that the back of this Chevys are like Buckies. They essentially have a lot of loading space at the back and a tarp over them.
Mm-hmm.
So it backs into the shop driveway, and then its lights turn off.
Okay, I quickly park the car.
Next to a building or on the street?
On the street where we can see them.
All right. Slowly driving your car into a spot that can allow you to to easily see. You turn off the car and lay in wait. Can all of you roll stealth checks?
What is my stealth?
Ooh, I rolled 21.
Natural 20! Must be my black shirt.
Probably, as you are
Oh, also nat 20.
Woo!
lights off in the van, and you're now sitting, staring at the figures in the car. 5 minutes pass, and then two figures step out of the car. It's a bit hard to make out anything other than a silhouette, as this part of town doesn't have that many street lights lit up. These two figures start offloading what appear to be like bags that they sling over their shoulders, and they take it into the side of the building.
Are the bags moving, or is it? Or can't we tell?
How big are the bags?
From what you can tell, they're about half the size of a person. So not huge, but something that would be fitting inside of a bag.
Alright, once they go into the building, I get out.
You step out of the car, you're now on the streets.
Alright. I scurry my way to the building stealthily and try to take a look at what kind of factory this is.
Isn't that a candy factory?
Yeah, but we can't see the sign, so I'm trying to read what the sign says.
So getting closer, you can see it's Dylan's Sugar Processing.
Sugar processing. Can I look at the back of the truck, see if there's anything there?
Alright, make an investigation check. in the dark. You see that the truck is currently empty right now.
14.
You see that the truck is currently empty right now.
Mhm.
Maybe the two bags that they took was all that you could spot.
Okay.
Mm.
Look through a window. Can I see them?
There's the main area in front of the store. There's no lights on in the store. You can hear, however, there's movement as you listen. There's footsteps that are moving around in the store, in the back of the store. From what you can make out, this place doesn't sell to the average person. It would sell to like factory that makes sugar, or to a candy store or something like
Yeah.
that. This is the raw materials. This is a processing store.
All right.
Because they got some of their advertisements up in front, from what you can make out. Roll a perception check.
14.
You can hear the footsteps of two people walking back to the front of the store.
I quickly go and hide somewhere.
Nearby.
Yeah.
All right. Just around the corner, out of sight, but further away from the van.
Mm.
You hear two voices speaking. You forgot to put in the other bag, kind of a deep-toned voice. Quickly go fetch it. I'll continue with the bags here.
So there's more bags inside of the truck.
No, I forgot to load that bag.
Oh.
There's another bag at their original location.
Wait. Oh, so the bags were empty when they went in.
No, the bags were filled with something.
He forgot one.
They
He
forgot
didn't
one.
bring all of them.
So one gets into the car. You can't see the figure in the dark.
All right.
Maybe it's a bit off because this figure is heavily silhouetted, even though you can make out the vehicle.
All right.
This figure starts the car and the lights turn on. Emma and Louw, you see that the truck turn back on and drive off, passing your...
Wait, so the one guy left the other guy inside?
Yeah. You hear the other one's footsteps sort of continue back and then shut the door into the processing workshop.
All right.
Now the street is quiet.
Okay. I go back to the van.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was suspicious. I wait about 5 minutes and start driving. No, not 5 minutes. I start
How
a
long
car.
did it take to get us here?
Took you about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I start a car and start following them again.
All right.
What time is it?
It is now 11 o'clock, about
Alright.
that time, in the middle of the night. Continuing your car, the van, you start it and start following the brown Chevy back again to the house. You can.
While we're driving, I just want to look if there's any manholes near the sugar shop factory thing.
Roll me a perception check at disadvantage. But you know what you're looking for, so I'd give advantage and I'd cancel out.
I already rolled twice.
Okay, pick the first one.
Alright.
Just uploading. There we go. There we go. 3, 6. In this darkened area and neighborhood, you can't spot anything. So the car continues back as you follow it once again. Back all the way to the other side of town. You see the car stop momentarily at a stop street for like about 10 seconds and then slowly pull off again once you get into the residential area.
Okay, I'm following them again, but keeping my distance.
You know where the car pulled off from, somewhat, and you continue onwards, and you find that the car once again parked itself in front of the house, but in the position where the back is facing the driveway.
All right.
Should we ambush him?
No, let's just wait, and then if they're doing something inside the house, maybe just take a quick peep. If it's nothing, then we leave it alone. If it is something, then if it's something that has to do with our things, then we go in quietly.
All right. You
Okay, we should probably then sneak up.
okay? You once again have to roll me a stealth check.
No.
$17.
7.
20.
Tiptoeing your way across the street and closer to the house, you peer inside one of the windows that doesn't have a curtain blocking it on the side of the house. It's dark inside. You'd assume that somebody would put on the light the moment they enter, but in this darkness you see a silhouette of a figure, and you hear it like lifting something heavy, and then it starts to move footstep by footstep towards the car as the garage door opens up, like one of those ones that that are a single wooden door, and starts to panel open.
Okay.
Figure itself you see is much taller and skinnier than a person you originally thought would look like, as it loads the sack, this large white sack with strings to loop it on either end,
Mm-hmm.
into the back of the truck, and then it closes the garage door again with a wave of its hand. Up close you can sort of spot and see the details from what little light shines on it. This figure doesn't look anything human. Its arms are too long, and its head's just awfully round. Its body is way too thin around the waist area, and its legs are almost jointless, as they're slinky and long. stands up and it takes a look around. It starts to like look around the house. It walks into the street a bit and goes over to where you parked the van. You can see it leave your view for a second as you're no longer in the van. It walks around and comes back. It hasn't spotted any of you. Seems you can't quite read it as easily as you thought you could, and it gets inside of the truck and starts the truck again and drives off. Leaving all of you behind.
So it came to the house, dropped off the package, the bags,
It picked up a package.
Huh.
It came to the house, picked up a package,
So
and
now
then
it's
left.
driving.
Driving home.
It's driving back to the other side of town.
All right, I say we take a look inside the house
All right.
while he's gone. So we'll have about 20 to 30 minutes to do this. But did both of them leave or just one?
The other one was on the other side of town.
Ah, okay.
So you're gonna break into the house.
Yeah.
All right. From which door?
Preferably the back door. I'm assuming the front door is illuminated.
Yes.
Yeah, don't want the neighbors to see that.
Awfully quiet neighborhood. Most of the houses seem to have their lights off at this time, but it's reasonably understandable. It is a quiet night. So you go in through the back door, opening the gate on the side of the house.
Yes.
It squeaks with the faintest of noises. And you go around back, you can almost swear that this garden hasn't been kept. Continuing onwards, you go into the back of the house and you find the back door. It's locked.
Can you...
I need lock picking tools, which Frida had.
Oh, don't you have the tool? The all-purpose tool.
No,
No,
Frida
that's
had it.
Frida's.
Okay. What do I have here in my inventory?
Is the door locked?
Yeah, the
Yes,
door is
it is.
locked.
Is there a window?
There are several windows around the house, yes.
Are any of them slightly ajar?
No, they all seem to be closed.
I go to nearest window and try and slide it open.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand. 3. Oh, 9.
You try lifting a window, sort of grabbing at every edge that you can and trying to lift it. But it seems this window is stuck, closed, almost
Hey,
unable to budge.
is there another window nearby?
Yes, you can
Okay,
try with
okay.
that one.
First, do sleight of hand again.
Let me draw
Oh,
the
nat 20.
Alright. This time the window seems to budge ever so slightly. As you lift up the window and open it just a crack, you see what looks like dark on the inside of the house. It's in fact shining light underneath that crack of the window. Let's draw the house over here,
Wait, so
and the garage over there.
the windows have been blackened.
From what you can tell, yes. The back door is over there, and the front door has a perch over there, and here's where the garage door opens. There we go. The pathway leading out goes that way, and the road there, that way. There's the house itself. All right. Oop. So there's the house itself. And you have cracked open a window here at the back, while the others are here by the door. The house seems to be casting light through that crack, and almost quite a bright light. As you start to lift the window even further, you hear the creaking of this old wooden shutters being lifted as it scrapes upwards and casts light all over the back over here.
Can I peek through the window and see what's inside?
So inside you see that the house is actually well lit.
Very well lit.
Very well lit, yes. It seems to be your fairly common house. Got all the doodads of a living room. Set of couches that colors don't match each other. A set of two sets of coffee tables, all both stacked next to each other. No television in the living room, but you can't tell where the light is shining from. It seems to be almost the corners of the walls themselves are illuminating this house, as they seem to be casting off bright light. But you do get the window open.
I try to grab their attention silently.
Oh, they can see the bright light.
Okay,
Cast-
then I just gesture at them, just like how far away is it? Like how far from the ground is it?
It is a one-story window, so it'll just take a bit of climbing to get through.
Yeah. I whispered to her, get inside and open the back door.
Hey, boost me, boost me.
Do I need to boost her, or is the window waist level?
It's
Your
just
my waist level's different, okay?
Alright, I help her through the window.
all right. Assisting Emma through the window, she makes it to the other side. Inside this house, it feels very air-conditioned and cool. Not like the night sky outside, where it's a slight bit brisk and warm. Inside, it seems to be a almost slightly colder environment. The air seems and smells almost a lot like Kleenex products. And you do see around the corner the door over here.
Which door?
The back door.
See, okay. I sneak. Should
Uh,
I
roll-
roll for stealth?
Yeah, roll stealth.
Do I hear anything though? Like from inside the house?
The silent humming of electronics, like a refrigerator from the kitchen. Nothing too specific.
I rolled a 10 on stealth.
Creature rolled passive perception. 20.
Ooh. Creature.
Sort of, as you come around the corner, you sort of see there's this little doghouse, but inside the house, above the house, has these symbols carved into the wooden door. As you come around, you see this sing noise come out from the doghouse. Out steps what you first thought was going to be a snake, but instead there's this scaly, three-toed foot with sharp claws, followed by a head that pokes out. Looks almost like a chicken.
Oh, it's a cockatrice.
A small, tiny creature steps out of the.
I cast Sanctuary on myself.
Alright. Small mini fight as the creature hisses at you and starts to bare its claws.
Is your roll for initiative?
Yes.
Ah, no! Why? I did roll. I did put Sanctuary on myself.
Mm-hmm. +1 to Dex.
Oh, la, 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 la. I hate this.
Creature bears you no goodwill. You can only describe it as like a hideous hybrid of lizard, bird, and bat. As its wings like look like where they should be for a chicken, but they're leathery and featherless. Its back is protruding with these sharp, scaly spines, and the creature itself is charging at you. Yue, what's your initiative?
Are we all in a fight? I thought it was just Emma.
You guys can react.
Alright.
You both can see through what looks like glass, the inside of the house. There's this you spot the moving figure as Emma coming from the direction that she's from, but you see the smaller figure that you can't quite make out yet through the glass on the doors.
Alright, I rolled a 14.
Alright.
The chicken is first.
It hisses at you as it charges full speed at you, Emma, and goes for a bite. Wisdom save first.
Yeah, wisdom save first. Please tell me it's as dumb as bricks. But
It's not dumb as bricks.
Hey!
12 to hit. That hits.
yes, it hits. I need armor. I need armor. Is there any modern day armor?
4 piercing damage. There is modern day piercing armor. There's even shoulder protections, hand protections.
Oh, I can be I can go for yeah, okay.
Gloves
I
and
should
stuff.
I should probably get some next time.
There's even that tattoo that Yule had. Alright, so you take 4 piercing damage and you must make a constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Oh, goodness. Oh,
Constitution.
I have good constitution at least. Yay, 15.
Your hand where it bits seems to be a bit numb. The creature is not relenting though, as it's like losing a bit of its feeling in your hand. Yue, it's your turn. There is a window open to the side.
Is it this window? Or is that the back door?
Draw it now. There, it's that window.
I'm just gonna guess that I can reach it.
Yeah.
And would it require action for me to climb through the window?
Yes, it would require an athletics check.
All right, I'll do that. Athletics. Not maybe acrobatics.
If you want to do it in a fancier way, sure.
Yes, I prefer to do it in a fancier way because I have +3 to acrobatics and -2 to athletics.
All right.
19.
You swiftly jump through the window and land on the other side with a somersault.
I do a bow and notice that no one watched it.
Yeah. You are almost stunned with that incredible brightness on the inside of the house, considering you were just outside in pitch black night.
Should I
House.
roll for something or?
No.
Okay. I guess that's my turn, my movement and my action.
All right. Rick.
All right. Since the door is still locked, I guess I'll go through the window.
All right.
Okay. And it's acrobatics, right?
Yes. If you want to do it a fancy way.
No, just normal way, athletics then.
All right.
$23.
With a doof on the ground on the other side and a sit up flawlessly. He gets up off the ground. He meant to do that.
Yeah.
Wait.
How much
Rick
movement
is not-
speed do I have left?
You got about 10 left. Emma is around the corner battling what sounds like a hissing snake.
Alright, how far will I be able to reach her?
No.
Alright, I walk as far as I can towards.
Coming around the corner, you spot Emma.
Alright.
You
My
see
turn.
this. Yes.
This hold person won't work. I have to have hold monster, right?
Yeah.
Ay. Can I use light to? No, I can't blind him with light, right?
Considering
know.
how bright it is in this house now, I don't think it would work.
I try and blind him by casting a bright light right in front of his eyes.
You're casting the light cantrip.
Yeah, light cantrip.
You illuminate your hands and point it at his face. The bright light just causes its eyes to,
Dilate.
the irises to dilate as you see it starts to bat its wings and squawk, and the hissing now gets even more repetitive as it makes another use. That was a free action. You can still try to do something.
If I step back, it's gonna be an attack of opportunity for him, right?
Yeah, because he saved against your wisdom.
Can I disengage?
You can disengage.
Alright, disengage.
It's an action. And you move away from it.
Yeah.
Creature's turn. So it squawks and starts to run at you again, Emma. Another attack roll against you.
Wisdom save first.
Wisdom save first.
He
Now to make
fails.
it. The creature then attacks Brock.
Isn't it brick?
Brick. It attacks Brick. and misses.
Ah.
It's Yue's turn. As it hisses furiously, you can see this drooling yellowish green liquid coming off of its beaks.
I shall just firebolt it. Does a 11 hit?
An 11 does hit.
Yay. Ooh, it takes 10 points of fire damage.
One wing is set alight. Starts to rapidly flap off the flames, but it looks like it's scorched beyond repair, almost bruised and smelling of burnt raw meat. Brick's turn.
How big is the creature?
It's small, but it's larger than a dog.
If I use, is it bigger than a briefcase?
Yes.
Can I use the briefcase to scoop it in, to scoop it up?
Yes.
I try to do that.
It will try and resist.
All right, strength check.
For you, yes.
Five.
So you clip open the briefcase and
Wait, no,
slam
the
it.
DM rolled 5 and Brick rolled 8.
Yes, as you.
Oh
clip
wait,
open
I
the
rolled 8.
briefcase.
Okay.
You slam it down on the creature, and it seemingly just vanishes off the floor into the briefcase. You pick up the briefcase, and you can sort of see the creature just floating off into the void of the briefcase
I will deal with this later.
before closing it.
Close the briefcase.
All right, crisis averted.
Just to check, I'm going to use my on-off cantrip to see if there is actually a light source for the bright light.
All right, you do see the normal-looking light switch on the wall.
I try that.
Flick it on, and one of the lights in the corners turns off.
Is it still as bright?
The room itself is sort of dimmed down in the one corner over here.
I guess that helps somewhat.
When I say the house is bright, I'm saying it's well lit on the inside. It is stunning to see because from the outside it looks like the house doesn't have any lights on.
Alright, so. Are there any doors in this hallway?
Seems you're in the living room right now. Horribly interiorly designed living room with wallpaper that doesn't match the panel next to it, the strip next to it, but it seems to be a mishmash here and there.
Do you hear anything else after the whole scuttle?
No, it's just once again the silent hum of the kitchen.
We should probably look in the garage first.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I unlocked the back door though.
All right, flipping the lock and unlocking the back door
The
makes
black
it openable.
door.
Who joined?
Guppy.
The new player.
Ah, welcome.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Sebastian.
Tommy!
No problem.
All right.
So he's ghosting us.
Or maybe he's
Alright,
just
alright.
listening.
No issue.
All right.
He's listening in. And last time it's like we stuck disembodied voice.
Yeah, you can also do that on Twitch.
Background. Okay. You see that this house is fairly standard. You've been in a few before around the country.
We've
walking
most
around.
likely grown up in one of these.
Yeah, the standard house with the living room that leads to like a kitchen, and a dining room on the other side, and then a basement stairway leading down. Fairly standard one-story house. Well, two-story, but one's a basement.
Yeah.
All right then. The basement door is open, leading downstairs with this faint set of fibers leading a trail from the basement, leaving a trail from the basement to the front door.
Ooh, basement.
Okay. Going down to the basement then.
Going into the basement, you see this is sort of where the wallpaper ends as you continue downstairs, and you see this fairly dirty basement, the ground that's sort of extremely dusty. At the far end of the back over here, there's a washing machine that's not turned on right now, and there's a poster on the wall when you come to the bottom of the basement with a bunch of fish looking in one direction and another fish looking in the opposite direction, and the poster says, if you're right, then everybody else is wrong.
Well, that's not a very good mentality to have. Kind of feels like the far left.
And then, as you continue further, you see that the basement has a whole bunch of these empty sacks in them, lying in a corner, neatly, as neat as it can be, stacked on top of one another, next to a table that seems to have been used where the fibers come from. The table is currently empty.
Are the bags empty?
The bags are empty.
Alright.
Is there anything like residual on the table, like fur, maybe?
Just the fibers themselves. They seem to be in small patches that are woven together. Not made from the same material as the bag. They feel a bit rougher and thicker.
The floor is like dusty, right?
Yeah, incredibly so.
Is there like any like trails on the dusty floor?
You can make an investigation check.
Investigation. 1. 16.
Hello? Somebody else joined.
Insanity's right
Okay.
hand man.
Okay.
Sorry, same
s-
guy.
You see sort of going from the one side of the table that we'll put over here on the ground with the bags stacked up neatly next to them in a pile. You see leading from the one side of the table, there's this heavy scratch on the ground leading all the way up into a wall over here.
I start patting the wall to see if it's like a hidden like a room behind it.
You like feel across the wall, and sort of with where your thumb is on the inside, it sort of slips into the wall itself as the wall starts to skitter and fade over here.
Ah, so it's an illusion.
Yeah.
Okay, so I enter a new room. Stealthily.
Inside you see that there's this tunnel that's been dug out of solid ground leading down towards the street.
Found something.
I follow.
As you walk through this illusionary wall, this dark tunnel leads into an area that smells relatively awful, like a cat's fart.
Oh, it's the sewers. Probably.
Probably. Continuing onwards, grab your tokens. Take you all to Augusta's sewers. As you begin, you walk down the tunnels. I need to give all your character tokens light.
Yeah,
Let's-
I can like do the light cantrip in order to illuminate.
Alright, so with one person casting light and the rest being able to see. Vision. Alright, so light. Save.
I should really buy a flashlight.
So light cantrip goes up to 20 feet, right?
Let me check. Yeah, 20 feet. Additional 20 feet.
For dim light. Alright.
Until spell ends, the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for additional 20 feet. So it's key.
Alright. Save. Character is not casting light. Let me turn on the dynamic lighting. There we go. The explorer mode on.
I see the whole map.
The whole map.
Yes.
Okay. there
Yeah, I
you go.
did too.
Alright, how's everything now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a Zippo lighter that I can use.
A small little lighter.
Yeah, that's not gonna
Yes.
help at all.
Alright. Do you see the whole maps now, or is everything
No,
correct?
No,
it-
we can only
it's
see
fine.
the small bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
only a small bit.
Alright, that's good. It's Celia casting light, and the rest of you can see what she illuminates. And then we'll give Brock a light casting as well. Do you have any light producing spells, Yue?
I mean, I have burning hands and firebolt if that's what you want.
Specifically produce flame, which...
Prestidigitation doesn't do that. It just snuffs out lights, I think.
Alright, so let's give...
If there are light switches, I can put that on, on-off cantrip.
Okay, there we go. Brock can produce a bit of light. You see that this tunnel leads into the sewers. This main line over here is possibly the one running underneath the road, connecting each and every house.
So this must be for the house across the street then.
Possibly. As you come inside, you see that it opens up to a fairly larger chamber, where a basement would be, but it is lined with sewer walking ways, and water sort of collects at the bottom of it.
Should we go straight, you guys?
But is there any other way to turn, or?
There's a left and a right.
Okay, I have to move my character. Okay.
I'm going forward.
Yeah, you lead the
Yeah.
way. You're the one with the light.
Let's go forward.
Continuing on forwards, you see in this room is a horrifying collection of murky bones in the water. From what you can tell, they all come from small animals.
Oh,
Well, now we know.
Okay.
Apart from the rancid smell of the sewer, something comes off as a sort of sweet after smell
Yeah,
of sugar.
I'm putting on my boots.
Same.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Putting on the boots.
And I'm also putting on my gloves. Or, like, who's brave enough to search through all of this?
Yeah, no, gloves. Definitely gloves.
Do any of you have gloves?
No.
Shit.
I'm the only one who bought gloves.
That means you'll have to sift through it.
Do you really want to have someone with a strong gag reflex to
Hey,
search through all of this?
you can always hand me the gloves.
That's why I asked who's brave enough.
I am.
I can lend it to you.
Alright, I'll take the gloves.
All right.
I say we go to the right here.
Alright.
So continuing down the right, you sort of see the water run off in this direction. It leads to the main sewer line over here. It feels fairly moist in the rooms themselves.
Light! Follow us.
Wait,
Are we going back to the street again?
Yeah, okay, no, this is a... Yeah, we're just backtracking here. Which way was the sweet smell?
it's all over the sewers.
Alright.
Maybe we should just move up and then, like, go through other passageways as we come back down again.
Alright, I'm checking out this square room here.
So you see in the doorway in this room, coming out of the darkness of the hallway, you see this little... Well, first roll me a perception check.
From all of us?
Brock, who's peering down the hall.
That
Oh.
20!
First, what looks like the bony remains of a tiny little animal walking towards you. You see it's in fact floating towards you, and this very thin layer of what looks like liquid water is between you and it. Soon do you realize that it encompasses the entire hallway and is sliding towards you like a jam. And you realize that it is in fact gelatinous in nature as it's moving towards you.
Oh, I back up. I
Gelatinous cube!
back the fuck up.
No!
As it squeezes through the hallway, pops out, and takes a rather cube-like form up in these four tiles over here. It
All right.
takes up the entire area. Being this close, we'll roll initiative. The cube itself seems to suck up any liquids on the floor and dissolve them before it even reaches the middle of the cube, leaving almost a spotless, sweet, scented smell all over. Add turns.
They make this
Nice.
thing out of sugar?
It's a gelatinous cube.
Yes, it is a gelatinous.
It's a jelly cube.
Well, that is what gelatinous means.
Yeah, but as in jelly as in the dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ooze cube. There we go. Alright. The ooze cube takes its place with a -4 in dexterity. Still rolled a 12.
Mm.
Emma rolled an 18.
Oh yeah, I just need to put it in.
Alright. Sending. There we go. Emma, it's your turn first.
I
Cube pokes out through the hole. It seems to sort of hum with a slight little high-pitched note as it's like entered the room. You
wait.
see it.
A gelatinous cube. Is it like if I say destroy water, if I cast destroy water on it, would it actually destroy the cube?
You don't know. Seems to be made up of jelly.
Yeah. But would it? No. It would. Uh, mm, 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 mm.
What do you do for your turn?
I
Casting a spell?
I'm thinking. Okay, I think I should cast Sanctuary on myself first and foremost. Won't help if the cleric dies, you know. Oh wait, gelatinous cubes. I just move forward. I don't really attack.
You're not sure. This is the first time you've met sentient gelatin that moves along the ground by itself.
Alright, I'm going to hold a sprinting action.
Dash action
Yeah, dash action.
as a reaction.
Yeah,
Alright.
as a reaction. So if he moves, like, towards me, I'll just dash out of the way.
Alright. What's strange about this gelatin is what you mostly know gelatin to be either red or bright green. This is a very translucent water-looking gelatin. Brick's turn.
All right. I stab it with a harpoon.
Alright. You can do that. Make an attack roll.
Eight. So close to a natural 20.
You hit.
I hit. Holy shit.
It's a large jelly cube. What's it gonna do? Dodge you?
All right, 1d6. Do I add my strength to that?
Yes.
All
With a
right.
harpoon.
7. Piercing damage.
You stab it and pull out a chunk, and it seems to have lost its mostly cube-like form as this hole in it sort of doesn't recuperate. And you shake off the jelly as it lands on the floor and just dissolves into the water. The gelatinous cube vibrates for a second and then moves over to your space and engulfs you, Brick. You need to make a dexterity saving throw. You roll a d20 and add your dexterity.
Yeah, 6.
You weren't expecting this, as your foot got caught first and the rest of you was just pulled in as it moved over you. You sucked into the creature's spot. And you take 3d6. As you feel this thing pulling at all of your hairs. Not really an acidic feeling, but sort of like something sticky is trying to pull you apart.
Oh, okay. It's
Almost
like getting
you-
waxed from all
Yeah.
sides.
Exactly. Take 9 points of waxing damage.
Is this what? Oh, hold on. Is this what beauty feels like?
Painful, as it's also doing it on top of your head as well.
No, not my hair.
Your eyebrows, the bit of the bit of mustache that you haven't shaved off is being pulled as well.
Oh, I don't mind
Underneath
that.
your chin. Underneath your chin is also being ripped off at it. You feel like it's getting inside your nostrils as well, and almost pulling that out as well. And then you can feel it on your eyelids. The pull is ripping off the hair on your eyelashes. It's starting with the loose strands. The cube and you both move up towards here. Yue, it's your turn.
Does the cube look flammable?
You're not sure.
I don't want to waste a spell slot. I don't have
Well,
any
don't
of
set it on fire. I'm still in it.
Alright. I'll cast the Shadow Blade. I assume we are in kind of dim light.
Yeah.
I cast it and I stab at it. What is it?
There you can actually see the dim light. So no, you're not in dim light, but a few feet away you might be.
Then I'm not in stabbing distance.
I can always like put like the object that I have on me behind my back.
Setting everything into dim light.
Yes.
Alright, on your turn.
On my
Alright,
turn.
if there isn't dim light, then I'm probably going to...
Oh, Emma, the thing did move towards you. You can take your reaction dash.
Can I move around and into this hallway?
No.
Well, here.
You can't seem to find a spot to squeeze around it, as it takes up its entire space.
How about you
Moving,
dash here?
moving, trying to avoid being engulfed. You can. All right.
Am I firebolted instead? Just to
Or
test.
you can just like step over here and just get out of my lights and use Shadow Blade.
But then I can't escape as easily. I guess I can use my reaction to escape with my Swift Strider. Alright. So if I'm here, will I be in dim light?
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna do that. And then I'm going to cast Shadow Blade. And then I'm gonna stab him.
All right.
I think it's +3. Because it uses my dex, right?
Shadow Blade.
Because it says psychic damage and its finesse, light and can be thrown.
The Shadow Blade. You should read up your spells.
I am reading up my spell right now. I'm asking you as DM.
It lasts until the spell ends. It's a simple melee magic weapon with which you're proficient with. You make yeah, it's a simple melee weapon, so you use your dex. It's got the finesse properties.
Alright, 16, does that hit?
16 hits.
Right, then it's 2d plus my what do I plus? Just my dex, not proficiency, right?
Yeah.
And dex is +1, alright. That's 6 points of psychic damage.
6 points of psychic damage as your blade carves through the cube itself. It almost feel like a delayed second passes as parts of the cube where you sliced split open and apart from one another.
It can't attack, right? It can just move.
It just engulfed your friend. You see him
I'm
getting...
asking if I can move without being attacked.
It hasn't attacked yet, no.
So I can move
Yeah.
without being attacked.
Well, without invoking a subtle opportunity.
Yes.
You would probably have to disengage for that.
Alright, fine, and I stay there and wait until he attacks. Does moving in my spot count as a... Wait, I can just use my reaction for that, right? If he moves towards me.
To move away.
Yeah. With my Swift Strider.
It's an attack then.
It's a reaction.
Reaction.
Yeah.
But you'd have to be shifted.
No, I shift as a reaction, then I can move away.
Alright.
So I move and then at the same as a reaction.
Alright. Emma, it's your turn.
Oh, wait. Alright. As a bonus action, I will transform it into my Swift Stride thing.
Alright.
And then as a reaction, I will move away if he moves towards me.
Alright. There you go. Emma, so on your turn, you can see Brock sort of move into the center of the cube, and now he's very... It almost looks like his skin is turning redder. Brock, you feel this incredible sense of pain, as it's almost as if a waxed area is being waxed again, and you feel your like fingernails starting to pull.
Ouch.
See, let me just look at this one spell. Okay, so gelatinous cube. Oh, cool. First, I just move over here to assess the thing more. Oof. Because I have the create or destroy water spell, would I know if it will dehydrate this creature?
It seems to be made of gelatin.
Okay.
What you know of gelatin is that gelatin contains water. Who knows?
Let me test it out. It won't hurt Brick. So I cast destroy water on the gelatin.
Yes, I'm also made out of water.
You're made out of blood. Blood is thicker than water.
So is gelatin.
I'll heal
Alright.
you if you die. Okay, destroy water.
Seems the cube itself did contain water. As you see it almost shrink ever so slightly with having all of its water destroyed, it now has a more rigid, solid figure to it. An entirely cube-like appearance as it's shrunk down ever so slightly. With Brick still inside of it, Brick, you feel this incredible taste in your mouth. It's almost like a strong mint. Like it chills you while burning at the same time on your sensitive skin, as the cube has just become more rigid and harder to move around in.
Okay. Is it my turn?
It is your turn now.
Okay. I tried to get the hell out of it.
Alright, make a strength check.
$13.
You can't seem to push your way out of this cube, as you've just like grasped through the cube and tried to pull your way out. It feels incredibly sticky now, as your hair is keeping you back and it's quite attached to your back itself. You can almost just push a finger out of the cube, but barely break the surface. You all of a sudden feel, as you try to gasp for air, there is none. As you're
I'm
now
assuming that was my action.
Yeah, as you're engulfed and restrained. Oh, you can't breathe, and you're restrained even tighter now, since the cube shrank. On the gelatinous cube's turn. Less gelatinous, more cube now. You feel this horrible squish push down on you, Brick, and then it expands ever so slightly, and you feel this horrible ripping sensation on all of your skin as you take 23 damage.
Oh,
Still alive.
As this is probably the worst wax you've ever felt. Your clothes have been torn right off of you.
oh great, I'm naked.
Slightly, they're like floating around you, but they've been torn in several seams areas. Your shoes have been pulled off, and your hair has been waxed all along your ears and on top of your scalp as well. Few still remain, but you feel most of it has been pulled off. And it is this horrible sense that skin somewhere has given away as well. Cube moves towards you, Yue.
As a reaction, I move 10 feet back.
There's a wall behind you.
10 feet away.
Alright. Cube moved in that direction, and it whacks at you, Yue.
Try me.
22 to hit.
Yes, hit.
It did its thing.
So this sticky cube bends and whacks at you. It's just like flexes out its one side. It touches your face and just pulls off whatever hairs it can. It feels incredibly painful to be waxed in an instant. 6. Yue's turn.
I'm going to stab at it with my shadow blade again. I
Alright.
have to remember I have advantage. My advantage, it was 9.
9 hits.
Alright, good.
Another 6 points of damage as you slice through the cube. And it gives away where you slice.
That's not my...
Oh,
Oh, that was supposed to be my
advantage.
my D20 roll. Oh, the buttons move when you
Okay.
It still hits overweight. Right, so the roll damage was supposed to be that 8 over there.
Alright. The cube still looks mostly intact and in shape. Emma.
Also, I'm gonna move away.
Alright.
Let's see. Would Brock be able to hear me?
He can hear you.
And I shout healing word to him.
Alright. Brock, inside this horrible, waxing monstrosity, you feel pain, but also a slight bit of relief as your friends are shouting, "You will survive this!"
Alright, I try to rip myself out again.
On your turn.
Oh.
They can try and pull you out, but it seems none of them
Okay,
have.
see, it's...
Spellcasting ability modifier. That's a +5. I think.
It's a D4 for healing word.
Yeah, it says
What's your spellcasting modifier?
okay.
What's your
Spellcasting.
charisma?
My charisma.
Yes.
Isn't
A +4.
it? Isn't it wisdom?
Oh, for clerics.
Yeah.
Okay. Thought they were charisma casters. Alright, what's your wisdom?
+5.
Alright, so D4 +5.
Okay. Oh, I had another tab open. Yeah. Uh-oh. Roll. Undo. 8.
Brock, you heal for 8 points of encouragement.
Sweet.
Oh, Brick, it's your turn.
Okay,
Emma.
I try to get out.
Alright, another strength check.
14.
You just manage to break the surface with your one finger, and it's more solid on the outside than on the inside, and you can pull yourself out ever so slightly, bit by bit. You feel that it releases the grip on whatever hair you had left, and you pull yourself out. Popping out of it. Gasping for air.
And I light a cigarette.
Light one cigarette as you stand up, and you feel like your shirt has been ripped in holes all over. So have the jeans that you've been wearing.
No, my jeans.
You see inside of the gelatinous cube is that little light flashlight that you had on.
I did not have a flashlight.
Oh, you had a little lighter. It's sticking outside of the cube.
So it's got my lighter.
Yeah.
I want it back.
You also managed to pull your, what was it, harpoon out as well.
Alright, I move this way.
Okay. That's your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
The cube's turn. It moves 15 feet Emma, make a dexterity save.
Dexterity.
It moves a lot faster now that it's smaller.
Oh no. Dexterity. Oh goodness. Oh no!
As you tried to step back, but you slipped on something, possibly bits of the cube that Brock shook off of him. And as you slip, you fall down and the cube just engulfs you entirely. You're now floating in the cube itself. You take 3d6.
3d6. Oh goodness.
As you start feeling this waxing sensation as all of the hair on your arms, your legs and your feet, your eyebrows, everything starts getting pulled off the smaller hairs, just one large rip. Cube moves another 5 feet into the center of the room here. Yue, it's your turn.
Okay. I mean, my friend is in there,
Yes.
but I'm still going to try and see if I can set it on fire. I cast firebolt at it.
Alright. Roll to hit. You hit.
4 points of fire.
4 points of fire strike the cube and it sort of singes a bit of it. Cube itself.
See, Emma, you're fine. And then I move back again.
Moving further back. Emma, you can't seem to breathe inside of this cube as it's incredibly sticky. Hard to look around as well and move your arms and fingers. You realize you're restrained and suffocating.
Oy, oy, oy. Can I try and break free?
You can make a strength check.
Strength. Oh, okay. Oh, I rolled pretty good for my stats. 17.
You flex with a bit of yoga muscle and you burst out of the cube on the one side, landing on the floor, and you gulp fresh air as the hole in the cube just merges back closed again.
Is there any way I can just like crawl back out the way?
You've still got movement speed.
Okay, then I'll move into the hallway.
Into the hallway.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Brick, it's your turn again.
We can't see shit now.
Oh, great.
Okay. As Emma crawls down the hallway, the light from her shining light cantrip seems to fade along with her. The cube itself comes almost invisible in the dark.
Yeah, I'm not fighting that. Or, yeah, no, I'm going this way.
To us.
Yeah.
Huh? Towards you.
Who is chain gun bitch?
But I think it's
Butch.
the new guy.
Okay.
Alright. You see as you walk down the hallway, you hear the soft, subtle slapping
Oh God.
as there's like another cube moving in the other room.
No! Oh!
Great, you aggroed the next cube as well.
You see it like stop for a second and it like vibrates. And then it like starts moving in this direction slowly. at it after that one.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Luckily that this side over here seems to have a ladder leading upwards.
Guys, there's a ladder. We can escape. They can't climb ladders.
Alright. Brick, was that your turn, your movement?
I'm readying my action for when I see the thing. The slide.
Alright. To attack it?
Yes.
Okay. The cube moves its few feet over here. Oh yeah, it's 5 feet faster. Make a dexterity save, Yue.
Okay, dexterity save. Let me just read my one magic item.
The cursed luckstone.
Yeah, I can re-roll, right?
You call upon it. Give advantage on one ability check, but disadvantage on the next two.
I'm gonna give myself advantage. And this one.
Rubbing the lucky luckstone, you give yourself advantage on this ability check.
Cause my dex save ain't that great. Yeah, it's just +1.
But you have advantage.
16?
You manage to escape it as you're pushed aside as the cube tries to run you over. It vibrates when it misses. The whole cube itself just shakes. Now it's your turn.
Alright, I have 40 feet movement in my swift stride.
Mhm.
So that's 8 blockies. 8 squares. Cause I want to do a dash action so I can get to the ladder.
Alright.
Or can I make it with just one movement if it's 40?
Yeah, you can make it with one movement.
Alright.
Well, two, actually. Yeah.
2, alright. I'll dash towards it then. Eh.
Alright. You see that at the top of the ladder is the faint circular shape of a manhole covering it.
Good.
Gelatinous cube number 2's turn. As it starts to move and it plops up against the hallway here and then starts to squeeze down the hallway as far as it can go. Emma, it's your turn. Emma?
I'm thinking. Nope, I'm gonna climb halfway up the ladder. So how tall is the ladder?
The ladder is about 40 feet up.
Alright, so I'm gonna climb 20 feet up.
Climbing past UA.
Alright, I'll be like underneath UA. How far up is UA?
She made it up about 10 feet.
Okay, I'll be up 9 feet then.
Alright. Just underneath UA. Brick, it's your turn. The cube hasn't moved towards you yet, but you can hear the slopping wet sounds of the one behind you as it runs down this hallway.
I move into here and wait for him. I'll wait for these two to get out.
This gelatinous cube also slides
I'm
down.
also
the hallway.
readying my action to stab at when it gets close.
The one here makes it into the hallway.
Alright.
UA, it's your turn.
I scramble up and try to open the manhole.
Make a strength check.
Why?
At disadvantage, because manholes are heavy.
Okay, I'm not gonna be able to open this.
I
is
am
it
going to
against?
die.
Is the ladder against the wall, or is there a gap like?
On the other side,
Yeah.
it's against the wall.
Uh, can um. Is, if I'm at the top, then Emma won't be able to open it, right?
Yeah.
Can I move down, like jump down 10 feet?
Yes. Make a dexterity saving throw.
But Emma
Okay.
is.
At
Isn't Emma in the
disadvantage.
way?
She's gonna try and hop past Emma.
Happy free.
This is a wide manhole.
It's not really the manhole itself, it's the descending area that you step down into.
Okay.
UA flops down and lands face first into the ground. With a solid plop. She takes full 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm still okay.
Gelatinous cube of a 2-stone, you see it like bump and push past the smaller cube and then continue down the hallway. Emma, it's your turn.
Okay. So it will be my responsibility to open the manhole. So I climb up.
Alright,
And-
make strength
Okay.
check to lift open the manhole.
Oh, 9. 9.
You can bump the manhole just ever so slightly, but it comes off its groove that it's sunken into. But you just need a bit more to push it open and climb past it.
What? How heavy is the manhole?
They're about, I'd say 10 kilograms. No, much heavier. 12 kilograms.
What is that in pounds?
I trying to cast a spell.
Is it heavier than 10 pounds?
Yes.
Yeah, it's 26 pounds.
Never mind then.
Alright. Brick. The one gelatinous cube is approaching you, and there's very little room to
Stab
maneuver
it.
in. Stepping closer to stab at it.
No, I got 10
Oh,
feet range.
Oh, okay.
Natural
Make an
20.
attack roll. Alright, roll the d6.
Eight.
It's doubled, so it's 12. 12 points of damage.
Yeah.
As you slash at it from top to bottom with the...
Wait, no, it's
Harp.
16. 8 plus 8 is 16.
Oh,
Wait, no,
16.
no, you're right, Roy. You're right.
Okay. You slash at it with a harpoon, stabbing deep into it and pulling out a large chunk that falls to the floor. Cube itself shakes. Smaller gelatinous cube is nowhere to be seen. Yue, it's your turn. You stand up prone. Oh, stand up from being prone.
Yeah, and then I move up the ladder.
Behind Emma.
Yeah.
A second gelatinous cube continues moving towards you, Brick. You now have space to maneuver a bit back. Make a dexterity save. As it tries to engulf you in your area.
13.
You succeed
Sweet.
at moving back, ever so slightly avoiding the touch of the cube. Emma, it's your turn. Make a strength check.
Strength check. $21.
Pop open the manhole. It lands loudly on the other side as you climb out of the hole.
Freedom.
Freedom. Brick, it's your turn. UA is up on the ladder.
Alright, I'm climbing the ladder then.
You only managed to make it up about 10 feet with UA. No, UA is not on the ladder.
I am. I said I climbed.
Oh, okay. Up of the... Alright. UA is in the way, but you only managed to make it about 10 feet. Still within range of the cube.
Alright.
Second cube is now gone from sight. UA,
Out of
You
sight, out of mind.
in the darkness, you can climb out of the tunnel of the manhole.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Alright. And all that's left is the second gelatinous cube. As it tries to reach Brock, it bumps into the ladder. Brock, make another dexterity save. As you feel it
14.
like touching your lower half, you succeed and successfully climb up just a few more steps before the cube completely engulfs the ladder in this room. And you manage to climb out, seeing the cube for like 2 minutes. Then it leaves the bottom of the room and slides off back out through the corridor.
Alright.
Alright, then we can end combat there.
Okay, I'm glad.
Can we
maybe
take
a
like
break?
10-minute tea break?
Yeah.
Because my dog wants outsies.
Alright, cool. So we'll see each other back here in 10 minutes.
Yes.
Alright, cool.
Alright then.
I'll be back.
you could save one, would you be happy? We're still waiting on Celia to come back.
All right. The small slime still has my lighter, right?
Yes. And bits and pieces of your clothes. And your hair. All of your hair. You have, I would say, 40% of your head hair left, as it was the strongest hair.
Gone. So my eyebrows are gone.
Yes. Your facial hair is gone.
How long does it take for eyebrows to grow back?
Weeks.
Ugh. I'll probably have to go to a cosmetic store and just get some pencils. Draw on my eyebrows.
I don't know anything about women's fashion in the 1970s. I know there was hairspray and makeup. Maybe fake eyelashes. Alright, so continuing onwards, you see that you pop out of the manhole that's on the corner of 6th Avenue and 12th Street. The house you entered was over here.
Oh, they did eyebrows in 1970s.
Did they? Alright.
Yeah.
Not as excessive as today, though, maybe.
Not as dark as today.
Alright. Popping out of the manhole. It seems most of the neighborhood is still fairly quiet in the evening. The manhole cover didn't really bother much. Didn't really disturb much of the evening's peace. You see, as you pop out of the manhole and recompose yourselves, there's headlights coming from the east over here. Cars approaching.
I quickly put the manhole back and then take cover.
Yeah, go hide behind the corner
Alright,
here.
it's a street corner.
And behind the corner of a building.
Okay, running away to hide.
Where did we park our car?
Roll perception check at advantage. You spot it off in the distance, down the street and on somebody else's yard.
Alright.
You parked your car.
Maybe we should go down the next.
Oh, I'm going back down the manhole.
Yeah.
Back down again.
Yeah.
Yeah, just another
After we heal up.
manhole.
Further down.
Just skip those cubes.
Roll me a history check.
Who?
After Brick heading back down into the
No, after we heal up.
Alright, okay. You want to take a short rest inside of the...
Should I maybe just cast
Yeah, healing.
prayer of healing?
Yeah.
It's a short rest as you rest into the night.
What's prayer of healing?
Prayer of healing gives everybody an extra,
2d8 plus Parkinson.
yeah, during their short rests.
Okay, I say we take a short rest in the car.
The van.
Yeah, in the van. I believe we're parked on the road, right?
Yes.
Alright. So we'll just take a short rest on the road while I just quickly put some clothes on. Oh, wait, how much clothing do I have on?
You mean how many clothes do you have remaining?
No, how much clothing of my ripped clothes is left?
I would say 20% of a t-shirt and 60% of pants
Alright, that's
from
enough.
the knees down. Oh, you've lost most of your pants from the knees down.
Alright.
You still have your pockets, and your shirt still has its main linings around the arms and the neck.
Alright, I'll keep that. I'll keep that on and then just take our short rest in the van.
All right. Continuing. All right. After your short rest and your prayer of healing, everybody can heal up. While I.
How much do we heal?
So you can take your.
Didn't Emma do prayer of healing?
It's an extra 2d8.
2d8 plus 5, so let me roll. Eight.
Do we add our constitution modifier when we heal?
So 11.
Yes, to your hit dice.
Yeah.
when you roll for hit dice. So Emma just gives you an extra 11 healing.
It's actually a
5, that's
a
16
prayer
to
that I
heal.
have to do for like 10 minutes.
Oh, we're going to be in there for half an hour anyway, so.
I have to roll a hit dice in order to get Emma's prayer of healing.
No. You just get prayer of healing. It's a healing spell.
Okay, then I've healed fully from just that.
Yes. Alright then. After resting up and healing during your short break, it is now the dead of night, midnight. Not a single soul to be seen on the road. The streets are extremely quiet, and one street upwards on 7th Avenue and 12th Street, there's another manhole on the corner.
Alright.
Everybody's healed up. They're healing. Alright. Okay. Grab you all as you enter the new manhole. Who's lifting the cover?
I am.
Alright. A strength check for me. As you use your harpoon to pry it out of the ground.
Yep. $12.
12 is an attempt. You manage to just barely lift it off silently and move it aside, descending back down into the sewers. With that,
Alright. I'm going down last to cover the manhole again.
alright.
I cast the light cantrip again.
Okay. Alright, can everybody see?
Yeah.
Like, I can't see.
We're on the top of the map.
Yeah,
Yes.
but like, should we be in a room? I just can see like the blacked out map.
I can see the rest of you.
I can't see any of you.
I can see me.
Trying
No one
to
else.
see. Oh. Alt D, no, Alt Control L. Okay, I see that you don't see anything. Turn on your mission of light. Directional light. Save again. Seems. Wait, is broadcasting light? No. Trying to get everything fixed here. Let me just. I got it. There we go. Nothing?
Nothing.
Nada.
I think the problem is dynamic lighting. Trying to figure it out. How about now?
Nothing.
Still
I
nothing.
can see my I can see my character, but that's about it.
The environment doesn't.
No.
Try moving your character and dropping it. Emma.
Yeah, I'm dragging, dropping.
Hmm.
Nothing's changed on my end.
Alright, let me turn off that and
Oh.
then
Oh, everything, yay.
turn it back on.
Still can see, I can see everything.
I turned back on the dynamic lighting.
Alright, there we
Seems
go.
to be-
I
Okay,
can't
now
emit
does it
the
work?
light.
Oh, darkness.
Full darkness.
Mm.
Oh, come on.
Some technical difficulty, folks.
Yes. Roll 20. I can solve the problem here. Can you see now, Emma?
Let me check. Nope.
Still nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, I can see the room in dim light, but I can't see it. Like it's like grey tiles,
Hmm.
and when I move, it doesn't.
Update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad. It seems like we'll just have to see the whole map all at once.
Yeah, we already know there's a a big surprise on the left
Which
side.
looks
and,
like a freaking Tarrasque.
That's usually when the DM puts the token next to the map so that everybody knows, oh, that thing's gonna appear somewhere.
at some point.
Oh, when you buy a new shiny mini game.
Yeah, you want to show it off before you put it on the map. Right side. Okay. Looks like I'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way by turning off dynamic lighting but turning on.
War.
I think so. Now you guys can't see anything, correct?
Nope. We can't see a
Nothing.
damn thing.
Now
It's pitch black.
I reveal.
Ah.
Alright, cool.
The
There
cheat system.
There we go. And the map is revealed.
Wow. Can I
Okay.
go down here? No, that's a wall.
Ah, what? Wasn't the wall revealed?
No, that's a dead end.
Alright,
Dead end.
as you come around
Alright.
the corner,
Not here. Let's go here.
stepping down the manhole, you hear small, subtle voice whisper into the back of all of your heads. Wandering in this dark place.
Does it sound like it's in our minds or like that it's a physical voice?
Sounds like it's a whisper right behind your neck, almost setting off the hairs on the back of your neck. And I'm wondering, come find me. And then,
Okay.
almost broken as you continue down the hallway, you hear this loud bark echo through the hallway. Sounds like a dog barking, coming from this side.
I'm gonna save the doggy.
Yeah. What? Oh, save the doggy.
I start heading in that direction of where the dark bark is coming from.
I follow her.
Dog continues barking. You hear it come down this way.
Follow the barking.
Alright. You go down the hallway. You recognize the room that you saw the one cube in, but it's no longer there. Reveal.
I switch from my
The
harpoon.
barking is still coming, echoing around the hallway.
I switch from my harpoon to my bat.
To your bat. Where's the shiny axe I gave you?
There's a shiny axe.
It's on the magic items.
Yeah, I'm not.
Alright. To the lug nut baseball bat. The barking still continues coming from the left over here. More reveal. Coming down the hallway, you hear the barking, and you see this lone dog sitting in the room, barking. It's covered in like sewage and like this horrible smelling water is drenched all of its fur. The dog barks
I cast
to approach.
prestidigitation on it.
The dog is growling as you approach it, and as you cast prejudice, all of the muck covering it. But it still growls at you.
I take out one of my rations and feed it to him.
You brought rations into the sewers. Wait, you guys don't have rations.
We don't have rations, no.
You could say you packed a lunch for yourself, and that counts as a ration.
I have I have like a chippy packet on me.
Bag of crisps.
In America, it's chips.
Here it's also chips, I'm just saying. I'm just making fun of it.
Alright. Roll animal handling it to feed it salt flavored chips.
14.
14. The dog reluctantly stops barking, almost to try and take the chip, but it doesn't trust you yet.
I put the chip on the ground.
In the muck.
Soaks up the sewage water.
I throw it towards him that he catches it.
The dog instinctually avoids the chip. Somebody else will have to try and
I move to the dog.
To whoever is attempting.
I reach out my hand, but the backside of my hand to it to let it smell me.
Do an animal handling check at disadvantage. Oh, your check should have also been at disadvantage, UA. Because you still had the one last ability check at disadvantage.
No, it's only for my next ability check.
Next two, didn't you read? It's
But
one
I did
ability
2
check at a...
ability checks already.
No, you did one.
Alright, so that's a 12.
Dog growls at you, almost angrily.
Okay, whoa. What are you doing down here, boy?
It's got a collar around its neck.
Can I read the name?
Yeah. The name tag. The little.
The first name tag on the dog's neck, you can see, shines a bright silver since it was cleaned off. It says Rudolph.
Hey, Rudolph.
Hey, Rudy.
Like the packet down so it doesn't like. I try to like put it against the wall so it doesn't get any of the mucky water in it.
The dog doesn't seem to be happy, surrounded by a lot of people. But you see that the second name tag on the dog says Rex.
Rex.
Rexy. Rex.
Dog like tilts its head in response to the name.
Rex, it's like food. Food.
Make another animal handling check.
Wow.
That's disadvantage. The dog snaps at your hand and bites firmly as it's pulling around. You take bites worth of damage. 4 points of damage as the dog furiously bites your hand. It doesn't like you.
I have a pet dragon anyway.
You're gonna have to get a shot for that.
Oh, it seems my thing is taking a while to respond. There we go. No, it's not responding at all. Okay, I can roll dice.
Alright.
Alright, there we go.
I scold the dog. Bad, Rex. Bad.
It jingles and you see there's a third name tag on it
Oh my goodness.
called Daniels.
Daniel.
Did we-
Wait a minute. Is this a... No, it can't be.
Is that the sugar place?
Yeah, it is. It was Daniel Sugar.
Oh, shit.
So this dog has 3 name tags hanging on its collar.
I look around in the room. What do I see?
Can I do a Arcana check on the dog?
So you see here in the corner of the down this hallway is a room. There's not enough light cast into it to see.
I start heading towards it.
Inside you see there's a small dog basket with a blanket and some water next to it.
Alright, just hold on. The alarm's going off.
Alright. Too many red flags.
I still do a Arcana check on the dog.
You can do a Arcana check on the dog. Sensing any magicalness about it. You sense a bit of magicalness about the dog.
18. I find the 3 name tags very weird.
The dog sneezes and then shakes its head. But then it just continues to shake its head over and over again, left and right, left and right, left and right. For about a minute. And then it stops and it sneezes again.
Well, I don't think it's the illusion because it bit me. Is that all I can gain from the Arcana check, that he shakes his head very weirdly?
The dog is off-putting.
I don't trust you.
Dog growls back at you.
It doesn't trust you either.
I just enter a staring contest with it. I don't like let my eyes go off of him.
The dog does not blink as it stares you down. And then it does blink and it shakes it and it scratches its head. You hear the voice coming again. Come find me.
What if we say no?
Wait,
Should I try? Should I try with the dog?
Alright.
Approach the dog very slowly and carefully.
I tell Emma, just be careful. Something's weird about it.
And I slowly reach my hand forward to allow him to approach and sniff it by itself.
An animal handling check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
You're not offering snacks. Unless the hand is the snack, then it can be advantage.
Animal handling. Oh. Wow. $18.
You manage to at least scratch the dog's ear as it calmly rests up against your leg. The dog likes being scratched by you.
I continue scratching him, trying to calm him down.
His one leg starts to do that twitching thing where you scratch the belly too much, and it's just kicking over and over again, but it's enjoying the scratch as it's like pulling a face. The 3 dog tags you see, or the name tags you see now, only one. Its name
What's
is
his-
Rudanix.
Rudanix.
He seems to respond pretty well to that as he looks and listens to you as he tilts his head.
When he come. And I open
He-
my arms.
He like hops up against you, like pushing against you with his 2 paws.
Okay. Can I lift him up?
Yes, the dog lets you pick it up. It's a fairly it's a large dog.
A large dog. Oh, I thought it was like a Jack Russell or something.
No, it's not tiny like a Jack Russell. It's a larger dog.
Medium sized.
A bit larger than medium, that's what I want to say.
Okay, so I just embrace him and like continue to scratch him.
Think size of a boxer.
Okay, so I can't pick him up and carry him around. So I'm just gonna.
No, it's not. He's not a pickup dog. He's a lap dog.
Okay, so I embrace him, hug him, and then like coax him into following us.
He will follow you, but he heads back into the other room
Okay.
where his basket is, and he sits there.
Okay, so he belongs here, apparently.
He sits and lies in his basket.
What's in the room in his basket?
It's a water bowl.
Just a water bowl. Oh, so he must be hungry. That's why he was barking.
Yeah.
Offered him chippies. He denied chippies.
Can
Couldn't
I
let-
get the packet of chips?
Yes.
Okay, I'll get the packet of chips and feed him.
Another animal handling check at advantage.
With advantage. Both 21.
He eats out of the packet of chips when you offer it to him, and then sneezes away some of the spices in his nose.
Okay, I pat him as
And he-
telling goodbye, and then.
He licks you furiously over and over again.
Oh,
He goes into his basket and he sniffs under the pillow, and then he looks at you.
can I reach out and see what's under the pillow?
Yes,
Okay.
lifting his basket's pillow under the blanket, you see there lies in between the base of the basket and the pillow is this faintly smooth shard of glass, but almost looks like it's translucent-ish. It's like a sharp triangle shape of glass lying under the pillow.
I carefully pull it out. Does the dog react?
No. He sort of wags his tail. He wants you to have it.
Oh, so it's a treasure.
The glass shard itself seems strange, as it almost illuminates the what you see through it.
I look through it.
The sewers themselves seem a brighter color of orange.
Any other colors that I can see through it? Or just orange?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, 7.
No, it just seems to illuminate the other side. Oh, illuminate what you see on the other side. The glass itself feels slightly warm to the touch, probably because the dog's been lying on top of it. Other than that, it sounds almost shimmering as it's moved about. There's something off about it. In a modern day campaign, saying it, there's something off about it is like saying that it seems to have some sort of magical aura. Aura.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
What happened?
Emma
the
has
dog gave
gotten
me a looking glass.
Oh.
a shard of glass in its basket.
I pet the dog.
The dog pets its tail, and then you hear a whisper behind you again. Come find me.
So annoying.
We're all down here somewhere. Come look for me. I
Alright.
know you can hear me. And the dog like covers its ears and buries its nose in its blanket.
I actually take the dog's bag and cover it over him.
All
and
right.
slowly rub his back to comfort him.
He likes that. I think he'll sleep there for now.
Alright. And then I turn around and go.
Down that hallway, Brock, you see, as you peer around the corner, it's the room where you were nearly waxed alive.
Alright.
You hear in the distance the slopping sound of something moving.
Alright, no. Let's go.
No,
Other
I'm
way.
going in there.
Why are you going back into
Because
the
it's
place?
got my lighter.
You can buy a new lighter. They're cheap.
I can't buy a new light. That is a one of a kind.
Die
my-
for your lighter then.
Alright, yeah, we're moving on.
Alright, is this the same cube?
You do see that it's got the remains of bones inside of it, and patches of a black shirt and some jeans, pieces of jeans. You see on one of the pieces of jeans is a pocket lying inside. The
Okay.
cube stops as you enter the room and it shimmers. It starts approaching you.
Alright, I go into a rage and I start do I know what the movement speed of this thing is?
It seems to be back to its original size now. Before it was...
Just hold on to
Reduced.
opening the door for the dog.
Pardon? Okay.
Alright. But after the first encounter, do I know how quickly it moves?
Half your walking distance.
So
Alright.
15 feet.
Alright, I rolled 15.
It rolled 13.
Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to approach it, whack it with the bat.
Alright, roll to hit.
$13 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, and the bat is 1d8. 10 bludgeoning damage.
10 bludgeoning damage to the cube. You knock out a small piece of it, and it goes flying, splatters across the
Alright.
room.
I rolled 11 on the stun dice, and I move back outside of its movement range.
All right. Takes an attack of opportunity at you. As the whack of the cube sort of sent it folding back a bit, and then comes slapping down on you as you try to move away. It's 4 plus 4. It does not hit you.
Yeah.
The cube itself moves and slaps up against the wall here as it's trying to squeeze through the hole.
All right.
Emma, Yue, it's your turn.
We weren't supposed to roll turn.
Well, I'm
No.
just having you guys go at the end of the turn.
Alright. Should we look here into this room?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's see. I just want to see what's here.
Sort of reconnects to the hallway you first entered.
Maybe we should go back into the big room.
So what's over here?
Oh, okay.
Another room. You sort of hear the rustling sound of wind blowing in the distance, as there's more light in this room. Around the corner, you see but a visual representation of what I will have to describe.
Summoning
There-
circle.
Maybe we should not go there just yet.
You see that what is burned on the ground is this strange arcane rune itself. But that's not the most interesting bit. The most interesting bit is what seems to be in the center of this of this area over here is this large, what you can almost say is tear between this world and another, as you see through these shattered pieces of glass scattered all across the air in this room is on the opposing side. You feel this warm brush of desert heat blow at you. You see the sun casting its light over this bright orange desert on the other side of this tear. You see the remnants of ruins and buildings crumbling away far into the distance. Those nearby are almost down to their foundations. So have the deserts returned them to dust. You all of a sudden feel the scorching heat of the desert itself blow out into these sewers, and this room itself has a very dry floor. That's what you spot around the corner.
That's a big red flag. So let's go.
I agree.
Let's just stop here in the hallway for now because look, we should give Leon a turn again.
Alright. Leaving the rift to another world. Got it.
Why would we go to another world?
Brick, it's your turn.
Alright, I step forward, I swing. $16 to
You
hit.
And you hit.
Eight bludgeoning.
8 bludgeoning damage. Removes another chunk from the cube.
Roll a 4 on the stun dice, and I move away out of its movement range.
Out of its movement range. It makes a hit
Alright.
against you. It just does 3d6. As once again it slaps you and tears off what little hairs you
What
have
kind
on
of
your
damage is this?
head. Waxing.
Waxing.
Yes.
Alright.
Since there's a slashing, well, there's no pulling damage basically. It's especially for sticky creatures.
Would I have resistance against this?
No.
Alright.
Seems to not just stop at the hair. It can also pull off skin if you're not careful.
Alright.
The gelatinous cube squeezes through the hallway and moves up ever so slightly. Emma, it's your turn again.
Alright, let's go into the big room. And I'm gonna peer down the hallway. Oh wait. That
Yes.
must be.
It's the same hallway you retreated down.
Oh
with.
fuck. Where's the other gelatinous cube?
You're not sure.
But there's only one other way. Which is this way.
Yeah, let's avoid that one too. This whole thing is a death trap.
You hear squishing coming down the hallway.
Run!
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 You make it to about here.
Where? No!
Brick, it's your turn again.
I step forward.
Yes, the task of
swing.
destroying a cube brick by swinging.
Oh,
a swing.
so close! So close to a natural 20.
14's not close.
No, it almost, it was on the edge between 14 and
Oh, you got
20,
the
and
3D
it,
die.
yeah.
3D dice. Alright. So, roll to hit. Damage.
Hold on, that's a 19 for stun.
It's only on a 20 does it stun.
And that's 5 bludgeoning.
5 bludgeoning damage.
And then I move
Cube
away.
is slowly moving to being destroyed piece by piece as the dog has come to check what you're doing. The cube itself moves up ever so slightly, and you can feel the side of the cube over here sort of vibrates as it's picking up the dog on the one side of the corner.
Ah, shit.
Emma, it's your turn.
Run, run! Run past Brick into the room. I hate this maze.
Can I do a dash?
You can do a dash.
I get about there.
Alright.
Maybe we should just hide in this hallway.
You run down the hallway. You don't quite see it at first, but you run smack face first into what looks like a sewer grating as it's completely stopped you from moving further on.
The fudge wasn't always there.
Yeah, it was just hard to see. That way you guys had to go around.
I hate this.
Brick. Your turn.
Alright, move forward. I hit. 16 to hit.
Yes, that hits. I mean, for gelatinous cubes, their AC is pretty low. It's just their hit dice, which are
19
points of damage.
No, that's for stun.
Stun.
8 bludgeoning.
8 bludgeoning
And
damage.
I move back.
The cube's not even trying to take an attack at you.
Oh, shit.
Has what looks like a cube with several pieces flung out of it. Starts to move towards the dog. As the dog's barking at it. The dog's barking is sort of like silenced when the cube blocks the entire doorway leading to the dog's chamber.
Oh, great.
I'm sure the dog will be fine. He seems scary to me.
Emma, Yue, it's your turn.
This is the only animal you dislike just because it didn't bond with you immediately.
No, I did an Arcana check and I've discovered it was weird.
Your response, Emma, is what's an Arcana check?
I did magic finny. Detected magic finny to it.
Okay.
Did that work?
It just felt off to me, the dog.
Anyways, let's. Well, the gelatinous cube. Fuck. We're trapped.
I'll do burning.
Little Arcana check on like the ruins here.
Alright. Staring at what, the ruins on the other side, the rift itself, or the ruins on the floor?
The rift.
The rift itself.
Yeah. So
You
let
see-
me-
Roll an Arcana check.
I might not be the smartest one in the party, but at least I can make a good enough roll.
See that the rift itself seems to have been a shattering that was almost forced upon this world, or that world. A doorway that was broken in between. You can't quite make out what caused it, but you sense that this was an intentional design by someone, as it feels almost a sharp pain to it as you try to understand what it is. You can feel its unnaturalness, but you can sense that it's not entirely whole yet.
Can I do another check or should I waste my turn?
You can use your action to make another check on the... What do you want to make a check on to try and do something?
The ruins.
On the
The
other
ruins.
side. Okay.
Yeah, just
The runes.
yeah, like the magic circle.
Okay, you can roll your... yeah, that would be Arcana.
Again. Oh, 17. Okay.
You sort of sense that that these symbols are dark in nature. You see that lying on the ground is what looks like shattered pieces of metal, fragments that form something solid, perhaps a hammer of some kind, but something small. The floor itself has been carved away piece by piece, almost with a chisel, and what you can find inside the runes themselves is blood. You realize that these pieces of glass were fractured and moved apart physically as they got fragments of glass on them, or fragments of blood on them, sort of like fingerprints and so on, tearing open this rift. Perhaps they can be moved back.
Can I attempt to move it back?
On your next turn.
Alright.
UA.
So I moved 5 paces down and I'm gonna do burning hands at the gelatin.
Alright.
He has to make a dex save.
It fails. I'm not even
Of
gonna roll.
course it does.
Oh no, wait, it succeeds.
How does it succeed?
Rolled a 19.
Wait, I have a plan. I'm going to do a meta magic on it, and then I can make it roll at disadvantage.
Right, let's roll again. There we go.
Um,
-2.
I'll make it a quicken.
Okay.
So it's a bonus action then.
Bonus action, burning hands with disadvantage.
Why disadvantage?
Because-
For the, yeah.
Dex save.
3d6, right?
Yes.
And I yell out, you better be grateful, mutt.
As you burn away the cube, you see it sort of like melt to the ground and liquefy, almost touching the ground, almost sinking to the ground. And then you see the dog sitting on the other side with like spit covering all of his mouth. And he's like panting heavily.
I kind of nodded it like in an agreement.
The cube has dissolved into the water and can no longer retain its shape. It's dead. The dog, like, starts lapping at the floor.
I'm not sure how safe that is, but okay, dog. Rex, Daniel, what was his other name?
Rudolph, Rex, and Daniels.
Yeah, Rudolph, Rex, and Daniels.
The dog just looks at you confused. Then it is Brock's turn.
Alright, I go up to where the cube was and search for my lighter.
Feeling through the water, the sticky water.
Oh, yeah, he has his gloves on.
Yeah.
You find, it's pretty easy to see in the translucent.
Unless, of course, the slime pulled my gloves off.
I
No,
I also lost my boots.
Yeah, you lost your boots, but not your gloves. You feel around in the sticky water and can easily see your pocket that was torn off, along with half your pants. And there you find your lighter inside, covered in goo.
Alright, we can go now. Or at least we can start searching the rest of this place.
Emma,
try to fix the things. Put it back.
make an Arcana check for me.
Arcana.
As you're trying to fit the pieces
Ooh,
back
nat
together.
20.
You manage to find two pieces that fit together, and as they push together with incredible effort, you can almost feel your hands being wounded as you're trying to do so, but you avoid it. And the two pieces click together like a puzzle, and then they form one piece, and then they can form into the base of the rift itself. You've covered up a bit of the hole now. The piece in your hand the piece that you got from the dog also seems to emanate with this energy.
I looked through the glass piece at the ruins.
Seems to fit the pieces of the shattered glass all around the rift. It seems you have a fragment of the rift. A missing piece, as all the other pieces resonate with this new piece that you've brought.
Can
You can like feel its almost weightlessness in this room.
Should I? Yeah. Can I put it together now?
Make me 2 more Arcana checks.
2 more.
Yes.
An 8 and a nat 1.
You manage to find another piece that fits. But then, all of a sudden, you hear this loud, growling growl as you look up and you see on the other side of of the world, this otherly world, steps just around the corner of the just out of sight of the puzzle piece first with its large foot, and then this tentacle almost peers around, and you see a whole bunch of eyes on this tentacle, and it looks at you, and just around the corner you see this gaping mouth with incredible teeth, and you hear the voice, "You found me. And now I've found you too." And its mouth starts to drool.
Oh, so he wanted me for dinner. Nice.
Are we gonna end it here?
We're gonna end it here, yes.
Alright, cool.
Alright then, everybody. We'll see you next week, Wednesday. Hopefully with more party members. Will our cleric survive? Will the other gelatinous cube be dealt with? Will the dog... I don't know. Let's find out what the dog will. And we will see you all next time